Everyone. So in this video we'll cover about query parameters and string validations. Earlier we already covered like installation, path parameters, query parameters, and request body, all these things. Now in this video, like we'll understand what are query parameters and string validations. Uh, see Fast API will give you many options to you. So it's a framework, right? So it will give you many options. Like earlier we did what are query parameters, what are path parameters. Now apart from that, we can do some validations also. Like in these examples, you can see. So it will take one variable that is a string or none. By default, the value is none. In this way, you can set. So let's say you are creating one API, so you need to take some data from the user. By default, you can make that variable as string, so you can restrict the user not give any other values apart from string or none data types. He can't give integer, he can't give float, he can't give list. So in that way you can restrict him, so by using these kind of query parameters and string validations. Yeah, so that is a major purpose of this validations. I'll explain you with a few other logics. So this example is very simple, right? So we already know, like you can pass one variable, so that might be string or none data type. By default the value is going to be none. So that is the meaning of this so this particular logic block. So there are some additional validations also. There is one package that is known as typing. From that typing you can import annotated. So what it will do, so even you can do more restrictions, like by in the top example, so you can see that might be string or none. So so here also it is same, that is a string or none. At the same time you can restrict that the query, whatever value you are giving, that has to be the maximum length of 50. So if it is more than that, it won't take. So the in this way we can do. So let's copy this, let's check this one, so we'll get more clarity. So that is nothing but query parameters and string validations. Let me open my Visual Studio Code, so we can create one file. Query parameters and string validations dot py. Okay, so let me paste this. So this is the logic I written. So instead of 50, let's say it's 10. Let's make it more interesting. Okay, so now I have to move to my virtual environment. So in this step, you can see, look, I have to go back to virtual environment. You can click on command prompt. You can by default. Okay, so if you click the command prompt, it will always in this v and v. Okay, this is one step. Otherwise, you already know cd dot v and v. Then after that slash scripts. After that, you have to go to that path and there is a activate. So click on activate. That I already discussed in the first video. You can refer that. Okay, so now the command is very simple: uvcon space that file name. So in this case, this is query, string valid. You don't need to give that extension. Colon app, the fast API. So this one. So instance hyphen reload. Enter. That's it. You can see this. It was running. You can click on this follow link. It will open. It is initially you have to go to that you can go to the docs to get the swagger UI. You can get this, or what you can do, so you can directly you can give the items, right? Because that is there in the method. You can see this, the end point is nothing but route is nothing but items. Okay, so you can do here, items. Yes. So by default, this is items. Then hit enter. See, these are the values. Now it was taking other things also, because that is considering it as a query queue. So that's why it was taking the next things also. Okay, let's move to this. Let's check in the Swagger UI. So let's click on this. It has to be. Let's click on try it out. Let's say just give how anything, right? So just say give how are you, so something like that. Just a hit. It is more than 10. Execute. It won't execute. See, message is like string should have at most 10 characters. So it's not taking, you can see this error, unprocessable entity. Even though you given string, it was taking it was not accepting, because we applied one logic like it has to give maximum 10. So in this way you can restrict someone to give some false information or something. So that is the advantage. Now how is 3 4 5 6 7 again? So now I think it's exactly 10. Let's click on execute. Now see, the status code is 200. That means it executed perfectly. That's why you got the response body. Okay. So this is the advantage of using this annotated, uh, that is from typing. And also you can use this query, so that is the major advantage of this annotated query. This is the major useful one. So whenever you are implementing any application, so these two things are very crucial of restricting the user or getting the proper response from the user. So these two things you can understand. So I hope you got the good understanding of these concepts, annotated and query. You can restrict something in this manner. Okay. So you can do other things also, right? So yeah, then then yeah, we can do some more validations like minimum length, maximum length. That query has to be with the three. By default you have to give three, something like that. So in this way also you can manipulate. So you can apply regular expressions also. You can see this is a pattern. So if you are aware of regular expressions, you can apply this. So that is one type of thing. So you can do that step, but I don't think it is needed. Now you don't need to worry about too much of regular expressions and all those things. But majorly you have to know like what is annotations, how to give the query, how to deal with that. So if you're aware of these things, then it's more than enough. And you don't need to memorize all these things. You need to know how to implement these concepts in your real-time application. Okay, so if you have some kind of awareness, okay, there is one package that is typing from that I can do annotated, and after that I can get some query. So from the fast API, then I can able to manipulate in this manner. So just you need to have that kind of understanding, nothing more than that. Then you can obviously you can play with this thing. The same concepts they're changing with, earlier we tried with string, right? So now they're passing list, and it has to be, we did with string or none or something like that. So now they're doing with different ways. That's it, the concept is same. And also you can mention something like this description, all this stuff. You can add something in the query. There are things like minimum length. So in the top you can see, right? So they're passing minimum length, maximum length. In the same way you can put some query. So query strings or that have a good match, something like that. You can add some description also. That is the advantage of this uh, query thing. So so you can pass some values here. So yeah, there are many things like alias, title is a description, minimum length, pattern, all these stuffs you can do. Um, yeah, so you can do some custom validations also, uh, right? So this is the major thing about uh, uh, you know this query parameters and string validations. That's it, guys. Like, I want to discuss these concepts. Majorly, we need to remember like what is annotated, what is query, and how to implement that stuff. That's it. You don't need to worry about too much. So you can copy this, paste it in the Visual Studio Code. You can try some trial and errors. In that way, you'll learn. So do practice, and that's it. We'll cover the next things in the next tutorials. I hope you learning something new. Okay. Thank you.